Hello, YouTube. I know I didn't film it. I was gonna film it, but then I was having issues with the memory card. My camera was full. So long story short, I worked on the projects to build the shelving and didn't film it. But now that I'm mostly done, thought I'd show you how they kind of turned out. I took all that pallet wood, which I still have a little bit left, but they're not the same size, which is kind of unfortunate. If they were all the same exact size, it's a lot easier to work with because then you know how everything will fit. But I tried to do the best that I could with the pieces that were the same size, like this stuff. Those were the ones that you saw me haul in the car the other day. I cut them into planks of 3, and then I took the extras and I put it in there, so you see it makes like a board. Because believe it or not, they made the width here the same width as that, so that worked out perfectly. I was able to pull other pieces off and then make like whole boards out of it. On this one, I took another pallet that I picked up, which I don't think I showed, but I picked up one that had bigger wood on some of the pallet. And you can see I had problems removing the nails. Sometimes the wood split, like here. All I'm going to do is get some wood glue and glue it. It doesn't look perfect, but it's okay because I think the whole thing looks kind of like pallet wood and kind of junky. I wasn't going for a craftsman look because I'm not much of a craftsman. Going more of a handyman type quick build. So what I did essentially was I took the pallet and I cut one pallet into 2 of those pieces, and then leftover wood that I used for the filler pieces. So it took like 1.5 pallets to get 3 shells. So every 1.5 pallets I got 3 shells. And I took some on the side from some other pallets, and I made the side pieces. And in the future, I think I'm going to try to get a metal saw cutting blade and just cut the nails, because that's what splitting is, when you try to remove it from the cross beam that they have here. It tends to break. So, and then I need to buy some more screws. So these aren't totally free. Instead of nailing them in with the leftover nails, the nails tend to be all rusty, and they don't have a sharp point on them for some reason. They're all like dull. I figure, rather than risk cracking it somewhere, I'll just go ahead and screw it. And even screwing it, it still cracks. So really in the future, if I wanted to make projects that look nicer, I'd probably pre-drill the hole with a drill bit and then screw it in. That way it doesn't crack like it does here. But I don't care that these crack. These are just cheap little shelves that I'm using to put into the shed to store stuff. So here's one of them that I made. Also made, sorry we don't have light here. Let me see if I can get the light to turn on. Okay, we got the light to turn on. This was another one that I made, and this one was made just like the other one, except for the sides. I also used the same pallet. So you see how I made the shells with the 3 pieces? Instead of filling it in, I left it on that, and I just went ahead and put it up real quick. So this one took 2 pallets to make. So it would take 2 pallets to make this kind of shelving. And basically, I guess you could leave gaps, but I wanted to fill up the gaps so that it would act more like a flat surface. So I have a lot of storage now, and this was another one that was made from the Home Depot pallet long ago, and I left the little cracks in there. So this shelf was made off, I think, 1 pallet, complete pallet. It was one of those long extended ones that Home Depot used to ship something to me. So I made this shelf off 1 whole pallet. This one was made off 2 pallets. It's a different type of pallet. And this one was made off 1.5 pallets plus an extra part from, there was like another pallet that I just took these boards because they were nice. They were like flat, and I figured I could use them as the sides of the shelves. So I've got 3 more of these left. And what I figure is if I get 2 more extended pieces like these side ones, I can make 1 more shelf, and then I got to try to find filler wood if I don't want the gap. Then I can have 1 more complete shelf that's about this size. So it's not the prettiest looking thing, but I think it's functional. And considering the price, which was basically a box or 2 screws for all of this, I think a total of about $6 or $7 in screws from Walmart. So $6 or $7, and I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 large shelves because the wood was free. So where possible, I didn't rebolt it, so you can see it has the old nails. But instead of nailing, here, I used screws because I was afraid of cracking it further. But see, the thing about using the pallet is the shelves, they already came pre-assembled with three boards going across. So all I had to do was add the 2 in between, and those are the ones that you see me screwing down. So I hope this encourages you if you wanted to do projects with pallet wood. It's not too hard to work with, and the only thing is it breaks, so you might want to get a metal cutting blade, which I'm probably going to get, and then that way I can just cut, like I'll put the blade through here and cut the nails right off instead of trying to bang it to get it out, because when you do that, it breaks. It all breaks. So if you're making something like this rugged, little quick shelf, then it doesn't matter so much. So I was thinking, because I have some more pieces here that are a little smaller. Like, see the one here? This was one that I picked up the other day, and it looks really nice. So I was thinking of actually taking this part and making a little picnic bench. So I might be able to make 1 or 2 benches out of it. If I take, if I go 3 wide, 1, 2, 3, I could make 2 sets of benches out of that one pallet thing. So I might do that with that piece. But if I make a picnic bench, I'm probably going to have to sand it, because you wouldn't want to sit on raw pallet wood. So we'll see, because it looks like good. It looks like to be in good shape. And I'm thinking I got to make a small shelf with it. But I don't think I need any more shelving for now, for the shed. But I could probably use some more picnic type benches. And I was looking at the prices of benches, and they're expensive. Anywhere from like $80 to $150 for just a little garden bench. I can make them out of pallet wood, and if I wanted to, I guess I could paint it, but I don't even know if I'm going to paint it. I might stain it though, just to make it last a little bit longer. But I kind of like the pallet look. It gives it kind of a I don't know, a style of cheap. It's like you can tell it was made from pallet. So we're not trying to hide that it's pallet wood. And I think that has its own little special charm, looking like it's made from pallet wood, because it is made from pallet wood, and you're not trying to disguise it. But working with this, I'm like, you could build a house out of pallet wood, and if you cut these little pieces off and do it in such a way that they don't get damaged, and you manage to get all the same size pallets, the same style and size, you could have boards that you could put up on the side, and you could make a cabin. So I might build a cabin if I get enough pallet wood. The issue is hauling it here and trying not to, I got to get a little bit more organized. Once I get organized with all these shelving and stuff, hopefully my yard won't look like this, like some kind of shipping receiving area with lots of wood, and not just wood, but they're basically pallet parts. You can see what's left of the pallets from this assembly, but I try to use almost every piece of it, so it's all good. It's like a bargain. I think there's like groups on Facebook if you want to look it up, but they got some really good craftsmen. Those people make really nice furniture out of pallet wood. You'd have to take a second look to see that it was pallet wood, but it looks like stuff you could buy in the store that would be higher end, and it was all made from pallet wood. But I guess those people are really good woods. I guess they're called woodworkers. Me, my skills are from 7th grade shop class. So don't be afraid to try it, because even Denoy can do this. So if Denoy can do this, you probably can too. Until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you. And if you're working on your own projects with pallets, share them with me. I'd love to see them. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye now.